Pyramids, but their next DSTV Premiership fixture is away in the mother city. They take on Cape Town City. On Christmas Eve. Never been seen before in South Africa's top flight, a Christmas Eve match. Mamelodi Sundowns will fly back late on the 24th so that everyone can be present at home for the present opening. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. But it just speaks to the grueling schedule that they've really had to endure over the course of this season. And yeah, these players at the end of the day are human beings. But they still perform, they still turn up to entertain. And that, from Mbule, I guess, the ultimate form of entertainment when it comes to football. A few better sights than a goal from 30 yards out in the top corner.
It just reminded me of the man that is replacing in the starting lineup in Mokwena.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the man that Mokwena replaced at Mamelodi Sundowns,
Yeah.
And that's the quality, and it says a lot about how Mamelodi Sundowns profile their central midfielders.
Well, the last time that Mamelodi Sundowns dropped points in the league after scoring first towards the tail end of last season, they did it twice. Now the ball given away to Michael Morton, who has to go backwards. They did so against Maritzburg in their final game of the season. They had done so just a few games before that, when they allowed a 2-goal lead to slip against AmaZulu. But you have to bear in mind that, of course, they'd already won the league by that point. So how much credence you could give to those particular results, I don't know. But they're not a team that often goes ahead and then relinquishes their lead. They haven't done so at all this season. They've only had to come from behind once, and that was against Stellenbosch. Nice feet from Nel. Kulise seizes upon it in the middle of the park. Has options up ahead of him. Just takes his time. Mabue now.
Look how narrow Morena is. Look how narrow Masego is.
They slipped the ball in behind for Nku. Corner.
Is Brown already cramping in the 28th minute, or is it the earlier knock on his knee? The pressure that Mamelodi Sundowns exerts on you, they don't allow you space to breathe, but he's feeling uncomfortable. Collision of knees there.
So in comes the corner. It's dropped here for Nasir. Gets it out of his feet now. Oh, turned in by Grant Kekana. And Sundowns double their lead in double quick time.
I know that Grant can explain that celebration better than me.
Someone's expecting. And Grant Kekana gets on the score sheets. Good to see him back and performing after troubles with injury.
Goal number 2 of the season for Grant Kekana in all competitions. You can see the coach is not celebrating. He's just having a discussion with one of his captain in Mokwena. He attacks that far post in that instance. When it drops in the box, he reacts the quickest. Any striker would be proud of that reaction. Good anticipation. He's waiting for that ball to drop. He does not switch off. He's not ready to run back to his position. As soon as it drops, puts it in the back of the net. I think the crack is getting wider for Spurs.
And a couple of right-footed goals today, because Sundowns this season have overwhelmingly scored with or through left-footed strikes, not necessarily left-footed players, but left-footed goals. 14 coming into this particular game. Just 4 had been scored with the right foot. Here they come again. Surely not. Oh, Neil Boshoff with the save.
Two games so far this season. Before tonight, 4 goals conceded, no clean sheet kept. Good cutback from Mabue. And I think it's Nkua taking that ball.
It's Mashego, and that's
Mashego, the left back,
yeah,
that is taking that cutback. And that's how narrow Mamelodi Sundowns plays. That's how they allow the fullbacks to get into the box. That's the game model of Mamelodi Sundowns. It seems like there will be more goals. It's the best attack in the league against the worst defense in the league. And you can see the story unfolding.
A football match, it's never a foregone conclusion before it begins, but I think everything pointed to a result, and this isn't the result, but after 30 minutes, 2-0 up, Mamelodi Sundowns. Many would have predicted something along these lines. So speak to me about that, Pumuzo. Terence Mashego drifting in, he's done so multiple times already. Ku stays a little bit wide, but still they're very narrow. What does that do to, so let's talk about the opposition. How difficult does it then become to pick up players, because they're everywhere, or they're not where you might expect them to be?
When you look at what it does, for example, you're looking at a Busaka that is playing at right wing. Does he follow Mashego all the way inside? On the other side, Cupido, does he follow Mokwena all the way inside? If he doesn't do that, it means Dotley, the man in your picture, needs to follow him. Then it means it's opening up the wide spaces for a Serino to be able to occupy. If you don't follow him inside, it means Nku will use the wide spaces. That is the headache that man in your picture, Ernst Medondorp, has. How do you deal with Mokwena and also Mashego? If you find a solution to that, then how do you deal with an Nku and also a Serino? If you deal with that, then there is Mabue and also Master Chef popping in the pockets. That's how dynamic and enterprising Mamelodi Sundowns are.
Well, all of the defending that they've had to do so far, they haven't been able to muster a shot at goal. Spurs, Mamelodi Sundowns, half a dozen efforts in total. 5 of them have been on target. That's much better than even their own average shooting accuracy this season, which is just above 50% coming into this match. Understandably the highest of any team in the league. Their shot conversion rates this season has been just over 16%. Also, as you would imagine, best in the league. What's their conversion rates today? 33% so far. This is Dotley, struggling to find a way past Mokwena. He's found Tetan. Buchanan. Now Congo, again forced to go backwards. There's the captain, Clayton Daniels. Turned back in field by Dotley. There's been a flag raised by Clebum Baloy. Look at the talent available to Mamelodi Sundowns. Some of those players are injured, some of them are being rested for today. Of course, they having to split their time between the league and the CAF Champions League.
Ribeiro, Mendieta, and Lenne being able to rest and watch. That's the quality. Maema in the stands there, rested for today. That's the quality that Mamelodi Sundowns has. That's why they are competing in every competition that they are.
Now Gaston Sereno, unselfish play. Tried to tee up Abubakar Nasir. It's been turned behind for a corner.
You can already see mannequins in that one. It's a drill. The first player jumps it, the mannequin is there, set up by Sereno, then Nasir is back to have the finish. They're enjoying themselves. It's like they're training, the tempo they're playing at. At times they drop it, and when they increase it, Spurs look like they're in trouble.
Ule's corner missed by everyone. Be collected here by Nasir, just about keeps it in play. Ku. Nasir again. Mabue. Mamelodi Sundowns know that there will definitely come times as Mokwena picks it up and goes for it, hoists it wide. But there are going to be a fair few league matches where they'll probably have to play, I want to say second stringers, because all these players are quality, but like today, field a team like this, because the focus will have to be on the Champions League, where they haven't actually done as well in the group stages as they have for the past couple of seasons, where they've set points records and they've gone unbeaten. Seen them already lose in Lubumbashi, although there was a rather harsh result. And that draw to Pyramids means they need to go and get something in Egypt. Defending there by Mabue.
They have learned not to show all the tricks in the group stages. That is Mamelodi Sundowns. They know that having a perfect record in the group stages does not mean that you're going to do well in the knockout stages, and that's why now they are not showing all their tricks. At times they are giving opportunities to other players also in the CAF Champions League. So I think Coach Rulani and his technical team know what they are doing. They just don't want to show all the tricks that they have.
Mokwena, 5th appearance in the DSTV Premiership for him today, in at right back in place of Kulisa Mudau.
You close the central corridor, they come wide. They make small triangles. They bring you to the left-hand side. You must check now, they're going to change the point of attack. They move you now to the left-hand side, that is Mamelodi Sundowns. You move to the central corridor, they wait for you to get there. And when you are there, then they'll change it back again to the other side. It's a lot of kilometers that you have to cover, and you have to do it for a whole 90 minutes, and you have to do it without the ball. That is the frustrating part. They come back to the central corridor now. Look at them change the point of attack now, come to the left-hand side. Now you have to shift again.
Kekana ventures forward. Gaston Serino finds Mashego. Kuhn is outside. Mbule, surely not again. Oh, Mbule, this time bailed out by the woodwork is Bosov.
The master chef is cooking. The master chef wanted to dish, but it was not yet time for dessert. And Neil Boshoff in goal says, no, it's not yet time for dessert. Look how they change the pace. Look at that lace technique, going through the ball shaving in the air, making it difficult for Neil Boshoff in goals. Master Chef is enjoying himself in that midfield.
Such a clean hit. Now Mamelodi Sundowns again come forward. Nasir strokes it towards goal and then turns it wide on the second bite. Well, his last goal came in April. Abubakar Nasir. It's Cotton Sport in the CAF Champions League. It's close here.
You offer them the space behind, they will use it. You offer them the space in front of you, they will use it. That time Serino drops deep to collect. It means it's opening up the space for Mokwena to use his pace on the far side. Nasir is enjoying himself up front, but he needs to take those opportunities.
Shot count rising rapidly for Mamelodi Sundowns. Now 7 on target already.
Lwazi asked Coach Medandor the question, did you even entertain the idea of winning coming here? 0 shots on target, 0 shots at goals.
I did say something along the lines of the intention isn't always to win, but you're right. At times, it does look like victory against Mamelodi Sundowns is outside the realms of possibility. Today is one of those days. And you're talking about a team here that are without defeat in their last 34 league matches. What's even more remarkable is they won 28 of those over that period. Haven't lost since September of 2022 in the derby against SuperSport United. They're now the proud owners of a PSL record, having eclipsed a mark set by Kaizer Chiefs in 2005 of 31.
At times, Mbule will drop the tempo and play at Legends tempo. That's how good he is in terms of controlling the tempo. Look at Sereno popping in the wide space. Where is Moreno, central, the man on the ball, trying to play the 1-2. When they change the point of attack, look at Maseko next to the ref there. He doesn't take that option. That's how Mamelodi Sundowns are allowed the freedom to interchange positions at all times. They play with a lot of freedom. There's no rush. They will keep it. They'll frustrate you. They will draw you into zones you don't want to go into.
Well, they did hit 3 against Spurs, then Ajax back in 2018, and what was the last league match between these two sides. It was a home match for Mamelodi Sundowns, although at Lucas Moripe and not at Loftus. Came from behind after Lebusa had scored within 2 minutes. Kalma Billiat getting on the score sheet after Percy Towell set him up. Ricardo Nascimento scoring from a penalty after Jody February had given it away. Another player that made that move to Mamelodi Sundowns, and then Sibili rounded out the scoring inside the first half, set up by Tembazwane. So the last time they met, Sundowns did hit 3 in the first half. And listen to this. There's a 3-0 loss that Sundowns suffered at the end of the 2021-22 season against Stellenbosch. That was at Tuks, though. That's the only defeats that they've lost in their last 11 visits from Western Cape sides. They've won 7 of those 11, and they've scored 3 in all 7 of those victories over that period. Foul by Michael Morton, who is known for his combative style of play. Oof. Just clipping Kulise, who he probably outweighs by about 30 kilos. Chabani laying down the law. Not the first time that he's made the Sundowns midfielders feel his presence. And he was going to escape without a booking here, but Michael Morton has talked himself into a yellow card. He's the first player to be booked today. Morton perhaps can't throw himself about as freely now for the remainder of the game. Of regulation time remaining in the first half here. Dennis Onyango has been a bystander for the entirety of this half, except when he's been called upon by his teammates to involve himself in play. There's Mbule, man of the hour, finding Nku. Kulise. Kekana, scorer of the second, Mabwe. Good control in a tight space from Mbule, lovely touch from Kulise. Sereno comes to collect. 2 minutes added at the end of the first half. Sibanku. Now Kulise to drive a pass through. Mabwe with space. Look where Mashego is. Here's Mbule. Looks like a training exercise for Mamelodi Sundowns, with Mashego slipping it through for Nasir, and Spurs have scrambled it clear. Here's Mbule. Mamelodi Sundowns looking on course to preserve a lengthy, unbeaten run at home. They've gone 17 games in the league, 15 wins over that time since they were defeated 1-0 by TS Galaxy in what was their first home game of last season. For that period, they've only failed to score once in a 0-0 draw with Cape Town City as Sereno bends it over the crossbar. So the first half in the books here at Loftus Versfeld, and a Mamelodi Sundowns team that reported 10 changes from the weekend have looked oh so comfortable against bottom place Cape Town Spurs. Kekana got the second of their 2 goals after Sipho Mbule, making just his second league start of the season, scored a scorcher to get them up and running here in the capital. And Mamelodi Sundowns are cruising. That will serve them well to canter past Spurs. That will be their intention in the second period. They have a great advantage here. It's 2-0 Sundowns over Spurs.
Galaxy A series, awesome battery for unstoppable entertainment.
You're the most beautiful tree in the world.
This season, harness the power of compliments. When you get the Excella 4-litre oil for R104.99, Samsung 75-inch Crystal UHD TV for 15,999, Samsung Galaxy A14 smartphone for 3299. Game, the home of festive.
Immerse yourself in a world of opulence and indulge in the art of luxury. Rich and smooth, elegant and sophisticated. Its depth and complexity is unmatched, creating an unforgettable experience. Crafted in the heart of France, an embodiment of excellence. Voted best cognac in the world, the Cognac Masters London. Honor cognac above all else.
At Spur, we start cooking your ribs so long before you order them, you'd swear we knew you were coming. We start with Spur seasoning, a 24-hour marinade and a slow cook until they're good and tender. Finally, our master griller flame sears all that flavor in at 350 degrees. Now you know why your Spur ribs are falling off the bone. The steak, ribs, and burger people. Spur, people with a taste for life.
It is one of the most magnificent sights in Italian football. And what a chance for Barella! That is absolutely fabulous!
Who will reign supreme in this week's thrilling Serie A action? Only on DSTV, your home of sport.
Hollywood bets ready to take to the skies.
Aviator, you're cleared for takeoff. Second bet, coming in hot. Keep your eye on those multipliers.
It's on now.
Remember to cash out when you're ready.
That was crazy. I'm cashing out. Woo! See you back at base for the next round. I'm going big with Hollywood bets.
Aviator, it's your chance to win up to 10 million rand per flight. Hollywood bets. Fly higher with us.
Who wants McDonald's?
No.
A half of football has come and gone here at Loftus. Mamelodi Sundowns leading by 2-0. Sipumbule and Grand Kekana on the score sheet. And for the 10th time in their 11 league matches to date, Sundowns have taken the lead. More often than not, they do not drop any points from this point onwards. I'm joined by Pumuz as well as Teko Modise. Donna, let me start with you, because we did, when we're building up to this game, suggest, as the log suggests as well, it is top against bottom. Unfortunately, from a Spurs point of view, it looks exactly like that on the pitch, doesn't it?
It does, Lozi, and it's so disappointing knowing that you have a coach like Coach Mudendorp that knows how to structure a team, and whenever it's been required to defend, they need to defend like a team. But now you look at the lines of fives. At the back, there's a line of five, and once Mamelodi Sundowns bypass that midfield, you look at the gap in between. And now I'm sure that that's the conversation that we'll be trying to have in the changing room as to know how then do you then solidify your Mbule, so solidify your Mkulisi in that box, in that midfield, because that's where the problem is.
Certainly is where the problem is. It took about 18 or so minutes for the first effort on target. This is Neil Boshoff being asked to earn his keep. And then Kumudzo Sundowns don't score too many goals from outside the area. Not too sure if there are many goals anywhere in the league that are better than this.
The goal, Yamanakanaka, then Sipumbule, a thunderous shot, unstoppable, good field occupation. They're anticipating the second ball to drop. He uses the right technique. He goes through that ball with a lace technique, and he's leaning forward. He generates a lot of power. No chance for Boshoff in goals.
No chance at all, and that's how Sundowns opened the score then at Loftus. Wasn't too long before they got a second. Grand Kekana with his third of the season, Donna.
Indeed, I mean, it is a second ball that you actually, with second ball, it's anybody else's ball. But yet again, we look at when the ball came through, you look at exactly what happens because they don't trust each other that much.
Yeah.
Look at Daniels going backwards to go and mark the pole. Now Grant Kekana is in the box, they're being alone. I think defensively they're not doing well, and that's why they're getting caught.
Certainly is disappointing from a Spurs point of view. Could have been worse, certainly could have been worse, and something does tell us that there are 1 or 2 goals still to come in that second half, Pumuzo, depending really on Sundowns and how they want to play in that second 45.
I think the headache would be how to deal with Mokwena, how to deal with Mashego, who are playing inverted.
Yeah.
Again, it's Mbule that is given that space and time. You can't afford to give him space and time with the quality that he has, because the master chef is in the mood. The master chef is cooking in that midfield. He nearly dished out the dessert there.
And we're certainly in the kitchen to see all unfold. Here's another chance towards the end of this particular half. But yet again, Spurs asked to defend in their numbers, which it has to be said, for the opening 15 minutes or so, it looked as if they were up to the task. It then started to unravel after that.
Yeah, I look like that, but look at this clip here. Once Mokwena pulls it back, look at the number of midfielders that are joining in.
Yeah.
So they don't defend as a group. That's why I'm saying once Mamelodi Sundowns bypass that midfield, there's a lot of gaps that they can utilize. And for play against Mamelodi Sundowns, you need to be marking those gaps. You know that they're going to come. You know that Mokwena is going to come inverted. You know Mashego is going to come inverted. Why you follow them? Mark the spaces where they're going to come in. That's why you nullify them. But if you want to follow one-on-one, then you're creating those gaps. That's why Morton now is not where he's supposed to be, because he wants to chase Mkhulisi. And once you chase Mkhulisi with one pass, they bypass you, then that's a gap that they're going to utilize.
It was a big part of the conversation you're having with Grant upstairs, Pumuzo.
It's a big part because they use Mokwena and Mashego, they start out wide. And you're thinking we must pick them wide. Then they become narrow. All the Sundowns players, you can literally see them within the penalty area in terms of the width. But when they go out, when they use those half spaces, then you'll have a Mabua that drags you into areas that you don't want to go, opening up a space for Mkhulisi to then go on to. They're very comfortable on the ball. They're dictating the tempo of the game. And they're very deceiving. That is Mamelodi Sundowns. Once they make you drop the tempo, when they change the gear again, you'll be left behind.
7 shots on target Mamelodi Sundowns have had already. And I did see a very interesting stat before that break. If I'm not mistaken, Spurs, Deco, have not even put 100 passes together in 45 minutes of football.
They have to have the ball, was it, for them to do that. They're struggling so much because they're focusing so much on defense. They're showing a lot of respect to Mamelodi Sundowns. And if you want to beat Mamelodi Sundowns, you can't do that. It looks so easy for Mamelodi Sundowns in that midfield. We know the quality that they possess, but I was expecting Spurs to come in today to try and compete, and they're not showing that.
They 2-0 down Pumuzo at half-time. What does the second half of any sort of success for Spurs look like if you look at the people they've got on the bench?
If Spurs are thinking about resting, Peter Shalulile is warming up behind us. Maseko is warming up behind us.
Yeah.
That's the trouble that is coming. If you think, sure, we dealt with the first half, there is pace, there is skill, there is smartness in the box that is about to come in. Rulani is looking to bring in Shalulile. 8 goals in all competitions so far. Maseko, player of the season in the player of the tournament in the AFL, he is about to come on, and that's the quality that Mamelodi Sundowns has on the bench.
29 and counting. That is the number of goals that Cape Town Spurs have conceded to date. What will be happening in the second 45? That's the question. The answer coming up after this.
Galaxy A series, awesome battery for unstoppable entertainment.
New York City, so much more than a city, a way of life. The home of Cruise Vodka, where raw ingredients get distilled down to reach the top of the world, 5 times to be exact. That city that never sleeps, that vintage black. Pure New York in a bottle. Cruise, vintage black.
Discover if Lady Luck is on your side with World Sports Betting Spin and Win promotion. You could win your share of a whopping 15 million rand in prizes. Earn a free spin on our virtual wheel daily when you place a bet of 5 rand or more. Head to wsb.kazer and start spinning. World Sports Betting. Bet with the best.
Mom,
are you coming home, Tanam?
tickets are so expensive, Mom.
I miss you.
Mama.
Girl, I better see you, Guacoco. You're gonna see even more of me.
Poison, wait till I pull out, fam.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Share something amazing this festive. Get the On the Triple. That's 3 large pizzas available in 6 flavors for only $269.80. Lebanese Pizza. Try something amazing.
On Timer today, we're talking awards, prizes, and podiums. Putti?
Thank you, Cooks. What a great guy. Outsurance is making insurance great again. Winning the title of Best Short-Term Insurer at the News 24 Business Awards 2023. And voted Best Car and Home Insurer by the readers of The Star.
No stealing votes, just stealing the show, folks.
Yep, the fans are clearly voting with their feet. Call 08600 60,000. Don't settle for less than the best.
Royal Flush Gin. 5 times distilled. French luxury. Royal Flush Lux Amber Gin. French luxury.
Long-lasting battery life.
Awesome is for everyone.
Mamelodi Sundowns utterly dominant at home against Cape Town Spurs in the first half of this DSTV Premiership encounter. Sipombule about midway through the period, and Kazer a few minutes later giving Sundowns a 2-0 victory. And if things seemed as though they couldn't get any worse for Cape Town Spurs, well, their goal scorer in chief over the past few seasons, Peter Shalulile, has been introduced here for Abubakar Nasir. Shalulile has been in fine goal scoring form since returning from injury. Cape Town Spurs have been provoked by the margin that they trail by to make a whole host of changes here. We've already seen Liam Byrne enter the fray, and just tinker with the board on the touchline here, but Daron Musa is set to come on as well. The other player that has been introduced off the bench is Aznele Velibai. So finally, Musa is on. And it does seem a very, very long way back for Cape Town Spurs as we get underway once again at Loftus Versfeld. Sipombule with the first touch for Mamelodi Sundowns, and what a first half he enjoyed here at Loftus. Shalulile involved for the first time. Just didn't get the direction right in searching for Nku. By the way, the 3 players to have made way: Logan Brown, with Liam Byrne coming in for him. Michael Morton, perhaps wise, considering that he received a booking late on for descent. Replaced Ashley Cupido up top.
I thought maybe it's an opportunity to play both of them because you're looking for goals, you're looking to come back into the game. But you can see that the changes means that they won't change the shape, they will just change the personnel. You're looking at Musa coming up top. He can hold up the ball, 2 goals so far this season. He's deadly when given the opportunity or when given the supply, so that is the hope that Ends Middendorp has. But on the other side, you bring in a Peter Shalulile, who has scored 8 goals in all competitions so far this season, to go together with the 2 assists. You've got Maseko that comes in with the pace and the trickery and the ability to find a cross or a teammate in the box.
Musa with those 2 goals, although both have come in games that he started. He scored against Supersport and Swallows. Now an opportunity for Nku, but shut down by Dortley. Peter Shalulile's return. Kept it under wraps until that second leg of the AFL final against Wydad Casablanca. He scored the opener in that game. He scored again in the first CAF Champions League group game, and then in the Tshwane Derby. So 3 successive goals after his return from injury. Very impressive. Right back in amongst the goals.
A hard worker, a top professional, very disciplined in the field of play and also off. His work rate is second to none. He triggers the press. He's the man that is going to press now up top. He's the man that as soon as he goes, the rest of the team follows him. And his hard work has been complemented by the number of goals that he has scored over the past couple of seasons at Mamelodi Sundowns.
So Musa had held his run and is on side, waiting for some reinforcements here. Velibai, fellow sub, now Butsaka. Space on the left-hand flank for Byrne. Turned in field for Nell. Rare spell of possession for Cape Town Spurs. Forced all the way backwards here. Our Congo stretching to keep it alive for the visiting team. Buchanan. Still it's Mashego who is applying some pressure. Peter Shalulile is penalised. Ball forward, Dennis Onyango quickly off his line to gather it. He'll be hoping for a clean sheet tonight. 11 they've kept over the course of the 17-game unbeaten streak at home in the DSTV Premiership.
The man that is replacing in goals, Ronan Williams, 17 clean sheets in all competitions already, and we are not even halfway through the season.
Yeah. Mamelodi Sundowns have now just gone past the 400 mark in terms of completed passes. Dispensing that to Mokwena, who himself has found who on that right-hand flank. Oh, and they've been flying in from everywhere. Thought it was worth a go. Remember, several occasions Michael Morton going in on him, and he's been caught by Musa here. Jenny Tabani, the man he's actually gesticulating towards, and now physically moving him is Grant Kekane. He feels as though he was quick to rush to the scene, just defending his teammate. Here's another look.
No, man, he had to. It was the first one, the second one. At that time, he's just feeling like he needs a net between those two, between his legs there. That's why I reacted like that. Shibobo is not nice in any day.
All right, so he's going to get a talking to. It's his first infringement.
Mr. Spot On will tell you, it doesn't matter if you are 3 seconds on the field, 1 second on the field, reckless challenge, yellow card, and in that instance, he gets away with it.
Well, I alluded to the fact that in bygone times, Cape Town Spurs, then Ajax, have been very competitive. Various periods in the PSL era, so perhaps unsurprisingly, when it comes to the head-to-head records in the top flight in the PSL era, it's not as lopsided in favour of Mamelodi Sundowns as it is in some instances against certain clubs. They're playing for the 45th time this evening in the league in the PSL era. Since '96, Sundowns with 18 wins, Spurs with 13. There's been a further 13 draws.
You're reminding me of, is it Carlos Scott? Played for, is it Romano, the younger brother? Carlos is the older brother. He's the one that played for both teams, I think Ajax and also Mamelodi Sundowns. I know the Twitter people are waiting. You can confirm with me. I think Carlo is the older brother. He's the one that played for both Ajax and Mamelodi Sundowns.
Home record for Sundowns in the league, I guess a little more impressive. 22 previous meetings, 11 wins for Sundowns, 6 for Spurs, but Sundowns come into this game having won their last 6 league matches at home against Spurs. Amasheko, Yanambule, Ku, Serino just can't bring the ball with him. Liam Byrne will look for an outlet. Last time Mamelodi Sundowns were defeated at home by Cape Town Spurs. Kamabiliak scored the winner in 2011 in a 3-2 win for then Ajax Cape Town. Nicely dispensed into space for Serino, just slightly behind. Maseko has stolen it away. In any case, Moreno, my apologies. There's Mabue. Mabule. Kulise. Nice intervention. And again, and goes tumbling to the ground. Caught fairly late. Down another challenge.
They'll cause a foul. In that instance, they will not set at the back because Kulisi was caught, Mbule was caught. Mabue had to take one for the team there, bring the men down to try and stop that transition from Spurs in that moment.
Well, I haven't updated my numbers since I think it was the Tswani derby, but did a quick check then, and obviously Mamelodi Sundowns on the lower end in terms of total fouls this season, as you would imagine, because they've played so many games fewer than most teams. But in terms of average fouls per game, they are right at the top of the division.
Says a lot about what I've observed in terms of the trends that they have whenever they lose the ball. They try and win the ball as quick as possible, and if they can't do that because they are unset at the back, or if you bypass their press, then they will take a foul for the team, and that's the tactic that they use very well, and it goes unnoticed by the opponents and also the refs at times.
The trade-off, of course, yellow cards. They also have, on average, the most yellow cards per game. There's the available substitutes for Mamelodi Sundowns. They've dipped into their supply once already to bring on Peter Shalulile. He was being prepared alongside Tapelo Moseko during the half-time break. Well, we didn't see the youngster brought on, not just yet at least. Now to Mokwena. CT Spurs get a foot in, but retrieved in the midfield by Mbule. Now to Serino. Gaston Serino sees some space. Didn't get nearly enough behind that one. It's Serino. Punt forward from Neil Boshoff. Today making his 17th start in the top flight across all the different clubs that he's played for, including Richards Bay and AmaZulu. He's kept 7 clean sheets over that time. There won't be one for him today. This is his 4th appearance against Mamelodi Sundowns. It looks like they are, or he, at least in personal capacity, heading for a 3rd defeat. Well, if you weren't with us during the first half, we did mention that he was in goal for that famous win that AmaZulu got 2 seasons back, when they were the only side to beat Mamelodi Sundowns and Benny McCarthy.
He went on to win Coach of the Season that season, Benny McCarthy.
Seemed like a hand involved. Jelly Chabani, who's right on the scene, agrees. Now Titani, I guess you could say, trying to not quite revive his career, but I guess there's a lot of promise, unfulfilled promise from the player. Cape Town Spurs, by the way, winless in their last 14 top-flight games away to Gauteng sides. Lost 10 of those as the ball was given away by Mashego. A chance to pull one back, just took too long to make up his mind there, did Titani. Sundowns come away with it. Cool showed too much of the ball to Dortley.
Is it a case of Spurs being better in the second half, or is it a case of Mamelodi Sundowns just managing the game via dominance of ball position, slowing the tempo down, happy with the 3 points, not really looking to change the gear that much in the second half and try and save some legs, because there's a lot of games still coming ahead?
Absolutely. Often it is the case, Pamuto, and they might get something from this as Mokwena forces the corner. So only 6 of their 22 goals this season, now 22 goals, I guess 20 coming into this match, have been scored in the second half. So they do often take their foot off the gas but then often they already have the lead by that point.
Game management is something that they do very well, Mamelodi Sundowns. Once they get, you can see Grant Kekani's hand gestures there, just saying, easy, take it down, and the delivery from the corner.
And the delivery doesn't cause all too many problems, but picked up here by Mkulise. Last time Spurs won a league match away to a Gauteng side back in early 2016. Tariq Losper getting the only goal in a match against Tuks. But since then, they have not won in their last 14. Oh, Neil Boshoff exits his area as he slides in to claim that ball.
Did he manage to stay in his area? It will be interesting to have a look. He is in his area. As soon as he sees that he's sliding out, he lets go of the ball. Very smart from Boshoff. Awareness of the area that he's operating in.
Bule. Extravagant touch to find Kekana. Kulise. Well cut out. Titani set on his way. Tussling there with Duruk. And Sipombule is nipped in and been brought down by Busaka.
He has worked hard, Busaka, this evening, helping the team when they need to defend, trying to help the team when they are on transition. In this instance, he mistimes his tackle and brings Bule down.
Mamelodi Sundowns haven't had, I guess, as big a share of the possession as they did over the course of the first half. But they still look very much in control, very comfortable. Now Morne Nel has nudged Moreno off the ball. Mamelodi Sundowns get it back. Oh, now Congo impeding Nku. He's surely going to go in the book for that. He does. Oh yeah.
It's hand to the face. The question was he the last man? Is the number of defenders close by to go assist him? Is the attacker in control of the ball? Those are some of the questions that they have to ask. That is the ref, direction to goal, distance. Is he in control of the ball? All of those have to be considered, and in that instance, if you don't tick all of those, it's downgraded to be a yellow card, and a correct call by the experienced Jenny Chabani.
Yeah, I don't think you can tick all of those, although you could probably conclude that Lesipo Nku, based on what we know about him, was going to streak through clean on goal.
Peter Shalulile over the ball.
Which hints to us that he's going to go direct, although we would love to see another extravagant free kick like they produced against Supersport. Shalulile into the wall.
We expected something special from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Now
after that goal,
they've raised the expectations sky high now. Sereno takes over. Bule darting past Nel and held back by him. Jenny Chabani sees nothing wrong with that. Sundowns have a man down at the moment, although outside of your picture, Spileni Kulise has peeled himself up from the turf. Keegan Buchanan down. Oh no, apologies, Musa. And yeah, the perpetrator is Sipombule, who will reluctantly receive his sanction. I was about to say, could Sipombule keep his head after, in his mind, being fouled and not getting the call? And approximately 30 or so seconds later, here he is.
It seems like this is where it starts, right?
Yes.
This is Nel, and then Musa comes in and assists in terms of that foul. And now that battle continues between Nel, Musa, and Bule. He loses his composure there, and he gets a yellow card. That is Bule.
Naughty. Spileni Kulise has had a word with the referee because he was brought down earlier on. He stayed down for quite a while as Cape Town Spurs conjure a chance here. He's been booked for dissent, has Spileni Kulise. Samisiari has the shin guards in.
to see that team spirit. Diva, Mokwena, encouraging the guys that are about to come on to say, go out there and enjoy yourself. The guys have done the job in the first 45. Just go out there and see out the game and dominate the ball and frustrate Spurs on transition.
Now a rare opportunity here for Cape Town Spurs as Shalulile comes sliding in. The touch just not nearly good enough in that particular instance. First real involvement there for Mokwena. Perhaps not up with the pace of the game. Might have been his first involvement. In fact, he's the man that replaced here Totani. Nanku. Peter Shalulile just muscled off the trajectory that he was trying to run at the ball. Mamelodi Sundowns have won their last 3 matches against Cape Town Spurs. They previously won 3 in a row when they defeated Spurs 2-0 in the 98-99 season, the second game of that season. They did the double over them in 99-2000. They've never won 4 in a row against this particular side in the PSL era, so it would be a little bit of history if they hold on here, which they will in all likelihood do. Cleared away by Clayton Daniels. Down to Peter Shalulile. Burn closing him down. Mokwena. Bule.
I just feel that this type of game frustrates Shalulile a little bit. When they want to keep the ball, not really looking to make the first pass forward, they want to rotate. They want to draw out the opponents. They want to tire the opponents. It does not really suit Peter Shalulile, who's always on the edge, on the shoulder of the last defender, trying to make a run. Master Chef taking a rest.
Well, here's the goal that opened things up. Screamer from Sipumbule. And with 20 minutes remaining, he makes way here, along with Rashid and Spilelem Kulise. And Ntando Nkosi, the 19-year-old, makes his 3rd appearance off the bench this season. Appeared like in August against Richards Bay in the league. That's his last appearance in the league. He's also turned out in the CAF Champions League. Semi Siabi and Pungani Zungu have also been introduced alongside him.
The 2 guys that we were having a discussion about them being the best player tonight, that is Mbule out, Kulisi out, being rested to give minutes to Bongani Zungu, to give minutes to Semi Siabi, and it's good to see the young Nkosi getting an opportunity.
Well, it's job done for those 2 players that you mentioned. They did what they needed to do. And Mamelodi Sundowns well on their way to securing victory number 11 this season. 11 out of 11. And they just keep inching towards that South African record. We know that they already cracked the PSL era record, surpassed the 8 successive wins at the beginning of the season, set by Kaizer Chiefs now 9 seasons ago. But there's a record set by Kaizer Chiefs from 1991 in their sights. 17 wins to start the season. So edging closer to that.
I want, you're a statesman, Grant, and I want you to start keeping tabs on how many hugs Coach Rulani gets per game. I think today I've counted 2 hugs so far. You're a statesman. You need to start giving me hugs per game.
If it's only 2, if you're correct in that, and I wonder whether you are, then that would be the lowest of the season.
It will be the lowest of the season. two in a game is very low, Grant.
That's very low.
That's a good coach, as they always say. A good coach is a good man manager. A good coach has got a good relationship with his players, and that's what you see when Mamelodi Sundowns are doing well. That's what you see when goals are scored. That's what you see sometimes when he's giving a tongue lash to his players. You see that they take it with a smile because they know that he means well.
Well, often what those watching from home might not see, after the team have gone over to the fans that have remained and spent some time with them, Coach Rulani will often be deep in conversation with 1 or 2 of his players as they retreat down the tunnel, giving some post-game notes, his thoughts on their performance, a few individual tips.
I tried to listen in when they were playing the Tshwane Derby the other day, and he ran away. He said to me, no, this is not for the cameras. We need to do it off camera.
Was walking with Kuliso Mudau.
That was him and Kuliso Mudau. And I tried to get the secrets for our viewers there, but Coach Rulani was away. Good scanning there.
Younger thumped forward for Peter Shalulile, who had just strayed beyond the last man, according to Clement Baloy.
Tight though.
Congo flings out wide to Liam Byrne. Totally not accurate enough with that. Tando Nkosi, his pass to Sami Siabi left a lot to be desired, and now Byrne has an opportunity to cross. Really had to dig that out from under his feet, and that's certainly not the best cross.
Hug number 1, Grant. Are you ticking? That was the first one. That was after the goal. I didn't count correctly. That's hug number 2.
You missed that one, yeah?
I missed that one. And then hug number 3. No, yeah. I had counted 2. I'd missed the other one from Grant Kekani. A good coach is a good man manager. A good coach has got a good relationship with his players. That's what Coach Rulani displays every game that we see or watch. We see or watch.
It's remarkable to think that Mamelodi Sundowns, in all likelihood, a quarter hour from now, will be a full 8 points ahead of Cape Town City, having played 3 games fewer than them. They're slowly establishing more dominance in the second half as well. Earlier in the second period, Cape Town Spurs have seen a little bit more of the ball than they had in the first half, but you can see those numbers are becoming closer. Spurs with Musa and Nell, quick to force them backwards. Buchanan. The ball strays out. Coach Rulani still demanding excellence from his side, and that's not the best pass. Ngani Zungu recovers.
look at that back of 5 from Spurs. We spoke about them, the distance between Musa and Daniels now in the second half is a little bit too big. That's why a young 19-year-old like Nkosi would enjoy the space and time on the ball. Wangani Zungu's experience will slow the game down, but now and then don't accelerate.
First time pass through for Peter Shalulile. Just held on to it with only Serino available inside the 18-yard area. Here's the teenager Nkosi. Good cutout by Velibai. Tutsaka is swarmed, as is Morne Nel, but he at least gets a call in his favour. Coach Olani has not been afraid to throw on the young men over the course of the past few years when he's been solely in charge of this side, about a year and a half, just under a year and a half.
We don't even speak about Mailula missing from Mamelodi Sundowns because of
all the goals he scored. Wow!
All the goals that he scored. He was the latest last season to come from that development of Mamelodi Sundowns. They've got a Mabena that already has a goal in him this season, and he's not even part of the team tonight.
Forward nicely by Zungu. Congo watched it well. Mailula starting to get, I guess, a little bit of a foothold out in Toronto, but he's really tussling with some top quality talent for a place in that particular side, but I'm sure he will be growing immensely, rubbing shoulders with some really good players in the MLS. Left by Nkosi, picked up by Mashego. We've gone past 600 passes now, Mamelodi Sundowns. Zungu, hand involved. Siabi. Cool. Serino is being tracked here by Buchanan. He's hoisted it up towards the back post. It's just over the head of Nasiba Nku. Did you spot who was supposed to come off? Very. I think it's Mabue. So yeah, it was supposed to be Mabue, yeah. So operating with 10 men here are Mamelodi Sundowns. Zungu still being treated. Zungu looking for Serino. Keep it alive, he's been forced out wide. Corsi. Did he just think about the shot for a moment? I think so.
Spoke about the shots that they're generating. That is Mamelodi Sundowns from the central midfielder. Mbule's goal today. We move back to Mokwena. We move back to Kekan. And it says a lot about how they profile those the central midfielder. Is it Charles Mutloi also that used to wear jersey 14 during Banzi Bapela's era? He also picked a shot in that midfield.
Mamelodi Sundowns about to hit 650 passes, the most that they had managed prior to this in the league this season against Le Mans for Golden Arrows, 635, and they've moved past 600 for the third time this campaign. They also did so against Richards Bay. So yeah.
Now that you speak about that, Grant, against Golden Arrows, Nku was part of the starting lineup that day. Who is part of the starting lineup again today, and they go to 6. More than, I'm sure they're going to get to 700 today. 3 goals so far this season in all competitions in Ku, but did not get on the score sheet tonight. Mudiba comes on.
So just under 10 minutes of regulation day. He'll get more than 10 minutes on his legs. Mudiba, considering the minutes that are due to be added. I wouldn't imagine there'll be too many. Sanyango, Morena, Siabi, some pressure on him. Mamelodi Sundowns came into this game with a perfect record. It moved to 30 points. Last season, after 10 matches, they were actually level on 22 points with Richards Bay, because remember they lost those games against TS Galaxy and Supersport. They were ahead of Supersport only by 2, they were ahead of Orlando Pirates only by 3, ahead of Kaizer Chiefs only by 4. This season, a completely different dynamic. It took them later in the campaign to run away with it. Now Peter Shalulile, last-ditch intervention, needed that touch from Dortley. I think Shalulile was trying to measure a little lob over Neil Boshoff.
But what a pass from Zungu. It's just that the perfect weight of the pass behind it also. Peter Shalulile knows only one way to play, and it's getting a goal or making runs to goal or trying to get a goal. In this instance, good pressure coming from Dortley to make sure that Peter Shalulile doesn't execute.
It's actually not really a touch, it's just the presence of Dortley, and you can see him in his peripheral vision. Doesn't make a clean contact on that particular effort. Nell turning it over to Dortley, gets it back. Yeah, Byrne had called for it too strong.
Would I be correct in saying this game was wrapped in the first 45? I thought that the performance of Mbule in that first half was excellent. His range of passing, the way he controlled the tempo of the game. But he was not alone in that midfield. He had a Mkulisa that gave a matured performance in that first half. The man in your picture, Mabue, has not stopped running. It seems like he's going to get the whole 9. was about to be taken off when Nku started cramping. Then they changed their minds. The midfield dominance for Mamelodi Sundowns in this game was excellent. Take nothing away from the performance of Mokwena and also Maseko in terms of tucking in, tucking outside, giving the team the width at times when they need to, playing narrow. I thought that was key in terms of breaking that medium block or low block of Spurs. So if you press me for the best player tonight, it will have to be between Chef and Kulisa.
Diva. By the way, Pumuzo, by my estimation, this tonight, over the past 10 seasons, the most passes that Mamelodi Sundowns have executed successfully in a single game, as they might look to wrap it up in a third. Oh. Steered just wide.
You would think 3 points is secured. You'd think that he will be trying to slow down. That's not his game. Peter Shalulile still has the energy to attack that near post. A delightful ball by Mabuye. That deft touch coming from Peter Shalulile. Just unlucky not to get on track, but I think there's a touch. It comes off the shoulder of Boshoff, but I don't think the ref sees it. Peter Shalulile, good number 9 play, always ready to attack the near post, always ready to make the run on the shoulder of the last man. He's on the ball again.
Mamelodi Sundowns, by the way, have gone past that 700 mark. That 635 passes they managed against Le Mans Golden Arrows back in August, when they thrashed them 4-0. Also at home, but at the Lucas Moripe Stadium. That was the most they had put together in 10 years until tonight. Last season, the most they managed was 620 against sekhukhune United. The season prior to that, just over 600 against Swallows. And man, they have passed Spurs to death in this game. And they've been in cruise control in the second half. They might have won against AmaZulu, but the performance left a lot to be desired out in Durban. Only 3 games this season. They lost possession more than they did against AmaZulu, but that was possession in advanced areas. Against AmaZulu, they lost it in very dangerous areas. AmaZulu got hold of, or took the ball of Mamelodi Sundowns 8 times in when Mamelodi Sundowns were in their own final third, or AmaZulu were in the attacking third. And that hasn't happened for quite some time to Sundowns. Now CRB seizing upon it, working. It out wide. Peter Shalulile is there. Shalulile scores. puts the cherry on top of what has been a dominant Sundowns performance here at Loftus Versfeld.
He knows one way to play. His game is about attacking the box. His game is about center forward play. His game is about the penalty area. His game is about putting the ball in the back of the net. Siabi realizes that Mabua is giving them the width. He plays that ball. Mabua brings in the quality ball. Peter Shalulile gets goal number 9 in all competitions to go together with the 2 assists. That is Peter Shalulile for you. When you bring him on, you know what is coming. They go wide, Mamelodi Sundowns. That cross pinpoint finds Peter Shalulile in the far post. You don't expect him to miss from such distances. Peter Shalulile puts it in the back of the net. Goal number 9 in all competition. What a striker to have at your disposal as a coach.
And 4 of those goals have been since his return from injury. So he really has hit the ground running after coming back. And what is that?
Another hug. 3 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns tonight. 4 hugs for his players, that is Coach Rolani Mokwena. His players are repaying him on all the hard work that he does during the week. Match day, he comes and witnesses them. Show the game plan. Now he's back to the cooler bag. Man enjoying himself on the bench.
Well, Mamelodi Sundowns have won 8 of their last dozen visits from teams from the Western Cape, and all 8 of those wins they have managed 3 goals.
Best scorers in the league, best defense in the league, Mamelodi Sundowns. Good performance tonight. If you had any doubts after that Amazulu game, they reassure you that they have the quality. They reassure you that they can control the game, they can manage the game, and they are going to get maximum points tonight.
Well, most of the PSL era records belong to Mamelodi Sundowns. Points tally, earliest to win the league. There's so many you can think of. Just the one, I think, the glaring one that's outstanding is fewest conceded in a season. But if they can keep it, they'll have 19 more games now.
I'm still waiting.
To concede 7 or fewer.
I'm still waiting for a coach that is going to give Coach Rolani his first defeat in the DSTV Prem. Yet to happen. They've lost in Cup against Stelis, yes. Yep. They've lost in the CAF Champions League, yes. But in the DSTV Prem, Coach Rolani, as a head coach, as a solo head coach, is yet to lose a league game.
Far from Nkosi. Just 2 minutes of the additional 5 remaining here. Sundowns fans at Loftus Versfeld in really good voice. Plenty, I think, will be maybe heading off on their travels, and this is the last home game that they'll be able to watch before Christmas, because they travel to Pyramids for their next Champions League group game. That'll be out in Egypt, and then they'll be in Cape Town on Christmas Eve. They'll only be back after Christmas. The 27th will be hosting Morocco Solos, and another game just a day before New Year's Eve on the 30th. They'll be at home to Bulwani City, so anyone that's around Gauteng over that period will get to, I'm sure, enjoy more Mamelodi Sundowns magic as they look to keep this winning streak in the DSTV Premiership alive. And this has the makings of something incredible. Already a record start to the season. What more do they want to achieve in terms of DSTV Premiership numbers, PSL era numbers? Chabani yet to blow the full-time whistle, but it must be coming shortly. Ernst Minendorp, game's in charge now, getting close against Royal AM, 2-1 that time out. The last game though 2 weeks back, thrashed at home by Stellenbosch. They've been in really rampant form, and now another 3-0 defeat to follow that up. He was brought in to produce a salvage act. That's not really going to plan for them, as Jelly Jabani blows the final whistle here, and Mamelodi Sundowns have cantered past Cape Town Spurs. They brush them aside. The score 3-0, Bule Kekana, and then Shalulile rounding out the scoring. And they did it with ease. They made it look almost effortless. Their passes, their passing numbers, absolutely extraordinary. The most they've produced in his tenure, the most they've produced in a single match over the course of the last 10 years. And Mamelodi Sundowns extends their record-breaking feat in terms of wins to start the season. They now improve to 11 out of 11, and it's hugs all round from coach Rulani Mokwena as he graciously goes over to greet those in the technical team of the beaten Cape Town Spurs, who will be away to...
That's exactly what you did. Congratulations today.
Thank you, sir.
There he is, Sipombule, saying he thought about absolutely nothing but just absolutely lacing that one. And that's exactly what he did, rewarded with his first goal of the season, and really starting, or it started rather, what was a fantastic performance from Mamelodi Sundowns. 3 goals scored, 3 points as well in the bag. Alongside me, winning coach Rulani Mokwena. Coach, 3 goals, 3 points. In particular, what was it about today's performance that you really think stood out for you?
Yeah, let me first start off by congratulating Mamelodi Sundowns. Congratulate the Sundowns family, the supporters, for coming out in a very decent turnout for a midweek game. So congratulations to the football club, congratulations to the coaches, the technical team, and to this group of amazing footballers. I was just happy to see the team. I haven't seen the team in a very long time. It was good to see the team again.
You've spoken a bit about sometimes some of these games, you lack the intensity, sometimes you lack the ability to really command the game. Did you feel that was better today?
Much better. But there's a lot of reasons for that, but it's good. The boys are trying, you know. This is an amazing group of players, you know. To do what they are doing is not easy, you know, in a difficult period. 31 games already in the season, so how do you do that, you know, with training sessions and corrections and video analysis and all of these things, and a coach that just keeps pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and is never satisfied. So I'm very proud of this group of players. They are an amazing group. And sometimes we have to appreciate them more than we do, you know. They deserve more love and support because they do incredible things. They're so focused and they keep going and they keep going and they represent this club with aplomb. So magnificent group and magnificent technical team and hard-working people in this football club. So congratulations, very good.
Scoreline says 3 goals scored, another clean sheet, coach. Tell us about some of the intangibles that you can take from a game like this. More minutes under the legs of some of the players that are coming back that, of course, you'll be able to use going forward.
Yeah. And so good to see Nasir on the pitch, so good to see, even when Bongani Zungu comes in, you see Ntando, the young one, unbelievable, Nkosi. High level of maturity. Tapelo played 3 positions today. Terence played 3 positions today, in and out of possession. And so we always do crazy things, but amazing, you know. We just keep going and yeah, let's finish the year strong. We're a good team. Sometimes people doubt us, but I don't know why, you know. But anyway, that's life and that's football.
I am going to ask you one more question, coach. And I know, yes, it is a team effort. He was the man of the match today. He's a supremely talented young man, Sipumbule.
Yeah, they call him Master Chef. He cooks. He cooked. No, he's a good human being. He deserves it. But I could say the same about everyone in this team, you know. I see how they support each other and how hard they work. So I'm very happy for Sipho, but I'm happy for the whole group, you know. I'm happy to see Dennis on the pitch. I'm happy to see Lebo get an assist. Rushin on the pitch. Amazing group, you know. So always a reflection. Individual awards are always a reflection of the collective effort. So congratulations to everybody and to the entire club.
Thanks for your time, coach.
Thank you so much.
There he is, Coach Rulani Mokwena. Big congratulations to the man of the match. He says, indeed, as is the case for all the other individuals that contributed to another fine home performance from Mamelodi Sundowns. Alongside me now, Coach Ernst Middendorp. Coach, thank you for your time. 90 minutes gone. Match number 3 in charge. What did you make of today's performance?
Ja, es ist eine total dominante Performance from Sundowns. I was hoping we had made some steps in terms of physicality, in terms of tactically doing the right stuff, but obviously it's not too much as a result to be seen today. The pass accuracy, the being available to really have combination, the support in the movement forward. All this typical stuff parameter, what you need when you want to create chances, to create opportunities, haven't seen today. It was not there. Yeah, good. That's conclusion.
They were always going to ask you questions defensively. It seemed that for the majority of the first 20 minutes, you guys were compact enough to keep them out, and then it sort of unraveled from then on.
Yeah, this is definitely something when you keep it longer, when you have in this moment really a convincing package to offer, closing the passing lines. It's not a new concept, what nobody knows, but they do it in a fantastic way and we were prepared for it. We did it so far to a certain extension okay, but then you get the goal. You concede the goal, concede the second goal, and then the dominance, the confidence of a team like Sundowns, as we see here now, is pure celebration towards the end, the extra time.
When you're up against a team like that, Coach, as you just described now, going forward, as an offensive force, how do you try and, even if it's just to a certain percentage, instill what you want to see from your boys going forward and causing them some trouble?
Yeah, that's good. You can go through the game as simple as you lose in the midfield area, you lose 1 against 1, meaning in this moment the opponent has immediately a 3 against 2, a 4 against 2. That means the pressure is on the defense line. The passing accuracy, simple, easy, switching balls on a medium length, 20-25 meter from right to left, from left to right, are not precise. That is what I said, the accuracy is not there. Of course, it has meanwhile something to do with confidence. If you have only won one game and you're losing, you sit there rock bottom. That's definitely something. Therefore, also in halftime, it was not about shouting. It was just try to go out of this jumping concept, what we have seen in the end of the first half, where you jump from one to another. And then that's not healthy. That's not healthy for your defensive concept. You need the ball and your own teammate as a reference point. But there's a lot of stuff to do. I actually have also to look into the data. I'm not quite sure if each and everybody is, from the conditioning side, able to produce 90 minutes. I think here and there, too many actions, too many recovery time in between the action I have seen. I know we can continue to talk about what we have to do, what has to be done in the future.
Hard luck tonight, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
There he is, Coach Ernst Middendorp. Again, quite comprehensive, wasn't he, in really giving us an idea of what he thinks at really where this current Cape Town Spurs team is compared to where he'd like them to be. Still so much work to do if you are Cape Town Spurs, but if you're top of the table, yet another reason to celebrate 4 home victories in as many matches for Mamelodi Sundowns this season. Then we'll take a short break. On the other side of it, we'll have a look at the moments that stood out here at Loftus.